Good morning, welcome back to my channel and to another cozy little vlog. Right now I'm waiting on my coffee to brew. So I thought it'd be a good time to start the vlog. I've already done about an hour and a half of computer work this morning. It is Monday morning. I had a super fun, restful weekend. I went to a rodeo and on Saturday, and as well as I visited with some family, and then Sunday was just a very relaxing, restful day while also being productive. I went to the grocery store and I just did some cleaning, and I feel very refreshed and ready for this week, which does not always happen. So I am feeling very motivated and ready for the work week. The last couple weeks have low-key been a struggle. I haven't been as motivated to get my stuff done, and I also haven't been motivated to knit or crochet. I really have not worked on my projects that much over the last couple weeks. So I really actually do need to work on some of my projects this week and get caught up, because I do desperately need to work on my folklore cardigan and make some progress on that, because I did not work on that for like 2 weeks, and I need to make progress on that, as well as some other whips as well. So I made my to-do list in my planner. I know I've talked about this before, but this is the daily planner by Dream Daily. Hannah, who owns this business, she is also a YouTuber. I love all of her content, and she has this stationery planner journal business, and I absolutely adore her planners. So you have one of these pages for every day, and I love how you have the schedule, the time blocking, there's a space to put your to-do list, there's intentions for the day, habits, priorities, gratitude, reminder, and then just a space for notes. This is a really well thought out and well designed planner, and I really love this for my everyday. This is a 6-month planner, and I actually need to order a new one soon. I keep putting it off, but I really do need to order a new one. But I've been loving this. I wrote out my to-do list for today. So a lot of today, since it is sunny, is going to be a lot of filming. With fall coming, I put a lot of my focus into Instagram and TikTok and making videos and content for those social media, showcasing a lot of my designs that I already have made, just because fall is coming. So it is the big crochet season. People are looking for inspiration. People are wanting those fall ideas. So I want to film some TikToks and videos for that, as well as I need to film some content for a needle set that was very kindly gifted to me. And I'm also hoping to get around to ordering yarn for fall designs. I've not started on fall designs at all, and I know what I want to design. I just need to commit to ordering the yarn. I don't know why I keep pushing it off and why I haven't ordered the yarn yet, but I desperately need to get around to ordering that, because fall is coming and I need to start working on those designs ASAP, because I don't have any other designs in the works anywhere. I have all the designs released that I have been working on, so I really don't have any designs to work on. So I need to order that yarn. I can also swatch and do some stitch swatching for those designs as well, which I should also add to my to-do list for this week as well. But hoping to have a very productive week, and I'm excited to take you along and show you little snippets of the next few days. And like I said, I'm waiting on my coffee to brew. So if you do not know what this is a mocha pot. So it's a way to make espresso at home without an espresso machine. So you put the grounds kind of in this area here, and you put the water in here, and the pressure pulls the water up through the mocha pot, and it comes out that little thing right there. So I have not used this in probably over a year. I think I bought this a couple years ago and I used it for a while and I do really love it, but the only thing I don't like about it is it literally takes 20 minutes for it to pull, and I don't like to walk away from it. I like to just stay and keep my eye on it, and it just was not working into my life a couple years ago, so I wasn't using it, but I've just been craving simple hot lattes lately, so I decided to pull this back out and use it again. This is only my second time using the mocha pot since pulling it back out, and I made a latte yesterday with honey and cinnamon and it was really good. I bought this espresso at Walmart. It's the Cafe Bustelo, Cafe Espresso, and it's already ground, which is great. I was doing research on TikTok and a lot of people were saying to use this espresso, which is great because it's really easy to get since you can easily get it at Walmart, so I don't have to order espresso or anything like that. And they said to buy this canister first, which was about $7-8, and then you can buy cheaper vacuum packed things of the espresso grounds to refill this once you get through this. So that's a great way to save some money. And so anyway, so I would show you the espresso that I'm using.
The summer rains have gone, August comes along and its gold fills the air. Heavy afternoons, September and its moon seem so far away, and I can't help but say, dear heart.
Okay, I did about all of the work that I wanted to get done this morning. I edited a couple of videos and then I did some computer work, some emails. So now I'm going to take a break. I need to switch over my laundry, I need to eat lunch, and then I'm hoping to get a little bit of knitting done on my cardigan. Hopefully that happens and I can just relax and clear my head before I start filming this afternoon. I enjoy filming short form content just because it's fun. It's something different from just like sitting and working at my laptop, but it can also be draining and exhausting at the same time. So I just want to let myself rest and clear my head before I get to filming this afternoon. Several days since I last vlogged, and I'm planning today on going to a local library and getting some work done there. I love going there to work. I find that I'm always really productive there, and I just love being in that environment, and around the books is really inspiring for me. So I'm planning on going there. So I'm going to save a lot of my computer work for today for when I go to the library. And that's also why I did my hair, I did my makeup, not all the time, but a lot of the time if I'm planning on working outside the house, like if I'm planning on taking all my work somewhere else to go work, I like to get dressed up and I like to do my hair and my makeup and wear a cute outfit. Right now I'm wearing a dress, but I'm kind of thinking I'll change before I leave just because I'm not really feeling it today. today. I thought I was, I don't know if I am. That is the plan for later today, but right now I want to work on swatching for design. I still have not ordered the yarn for a couple of fall designs, but I do want to go ahead and start swatching and figuring out the stitch pattern that I want to use for a blanket design. One of the things as a crochet designer that I look at is previous designs that do really well, and one of my most popular patterns ever, it's in probably my top 3 most popular designs, is the cobblestone blanket. And what I like to do is I like to look at those popular designs and figure out, okay, why are they so popular? What is it about that design that is super popular? And looking at the cobblestone blanket, first of all, the texture is amazing. It is so squishy and it is so fun, but I think it's also the simplicity of it as well that makes it a really popular design. And also because it is such a simple design, it makes it super easy to customize, customize the size. You can do striping, colors, you can put a fun border on it. So I want to create not really a sister design to the cobblestone blanket, but I want to create another blanket design that is more simplistic and more minimal like the cobblestone blanket. I have not done a blanket design like that since. I have mostly just done granny square blankets and then one other blanket, so I think it'd be really fun. And honestly, that just sounds so glorious to me, to work on and crochet just a really cozy yet simple design. That just sounds amazing to me right now. So I'm going to work for a little bit on a couple swatches and maybe come up with a stitch design. And here's my basket of yarn. I think it would probably surprise a lot of people that I really don't have that much yarn. Granted, this is not technically all of it. I have my hand-dyed yarn up there, and then I have yarn for my folklore cardigan and things like that up on the top shelf. But in here is where I keep a lot of my scrap. Really hard to look through here, but I'm kind of thinking I'm going to test with this worsted weight yarn. This is Cascade. I'm not sure what the name is. I can't really think of the name, but it is a light worsted weight yarn, and I'm pretty sure that I will be using a light worsted weight yarn. So that will be a good yarn to test with, since I don't have the actual yarn that I will be using now. Okay, this is what the swatch looks like right now. I'm low-key really obsessed. It's so hard to see because it's white. Oh, you can see it better now. But it's just a really fun texture. I had this idea to do this texture or this like stitch pattern for a couple weeks, and I didn't know what it was gonna look like, and I'm kind of obsessed. It's so squishy. Like, that will make just such a fun squishy blanket. But I have an idea of how to modify this, so I'm gonna go ahead and test that one out. I'm gonna do like a row of single crochets or double crochets or something to separate the two, and then I will do version number 2. I have now done 3 swatches. This is the first one I showed you. I did a little bit of a modification to the second one. You can see it's very subtle. This one feels more like plushy and more like, I don't know. I want to say crunchy, like if you know the crunch stitch. This is not the crunch stitch, but it reminds me of that stitch. I don't know why, but like that's what I think of with this one. And this one is just more, I don't know, not as crazy. And then I did a third one, which I don't like this one. I feel like it's giving nothing. It's not really doing anything for me. You can't even really see the texture. So I think I'm going to post these two on my Instagram and do a poll to see which one people like better. So I'm working on this pair of socks that you saw me work on a little bit yesterday. This is a colorway from Oak and Fiber, or is it Fiber and Oak? I think it's Oak and Fiber. This is from her Cottage Core collection that she did earlier this year, and this is in her DK weight. This is called Robin's Egg. It is such a beautiful color. It's absolutely stunning. So I'm working on a pair of socks. When I first started these socks, I was originally going to make them for myself, but the more I started working on them, I was like, you know what? This is my sister's color. She would love a pair of socks in this color, so I'm going to make them for her. And I already have a sock project going, and I only like to have one sock going at a time, but I am making these as part of like a, not campaign, but Lantern Moon, which is the needles that I'm using. They sent me a needle set, and so I have some social media posts that I need to film for them. I've already filmed a couple, but now I just have two, but I do have, I think, like 2 more to film. So I wanted to obviously start a fresh pair of socks for that campaign. So I'm really just focused on getting these done, just so you can see the progress throughout the videos that I am making for Lantern Moon. But side note, I am really enjoying these needles. They are a beautiful ebony wood. They're so smooth. They're really pleasant to work with, and they also have a swivel cord, so the cord is not fixed to this metal part here, and you can just like twist the needle around, and that is so cool and so fun, and it really does make knitting with these easier. So right now I am on the heel. I literally just started the heel. I have like 4 rows done, so I am going to work on the heel and get as much as that done. I really want to knit on my folklore cardigan. That's all I want to do right now, but I really want to get through the heel as much as possible before I film the next video. So I'm kind of focused on getting these done right now, and I'm also in the headspace right now of finishing these socks and getting as much done on the folklore cardigan, because I did finally order yarn yesterday for a couple of fall designs, and I feel like I have just so many projects right now, so I really want to get these done as much as possible and get them in a good place before that yarn comes. Okay, I finished the heel flap, so that's super exciting. Again, I just love knitting socks with DK weight yarn. They just go by so fast. Like, I did the whole leg portion. Granted, I did do a shorter leg just because my sister has bigger feet than me and I don't want to run out of yarn, but it just goes by so fast. Like, I did the leg in maybe like 2 or 3 knitting sessions, which is really great for me. But I have the heel flap done, and I will say, no matter how many times I do a heel flap and gusset. I know how to do the gusset decreases. I just can never remember the number of stitches, like how many do I knit across before I turn and do the decreases and go back across and do the decreases. I can never remember that, so I always go into a pattern that I had purchased from Denim and Rain. I purchased her Hawkins socks a year, 2 years ago. I think it was almost 2 years ago, and I, without fail, every single time I will go to her sock pattern to figure out how to do the gusset. Really, for me, I just have to get through the heel flap and gusset, and then those decreases you do, I mean, oh sorry, it's the heel turn that I'm doing, that goes under your heel. That's the part that I don't have memorized. Once I do the heel turn, the gusset is super easy for me, just the decreases. It's really mindless. I just have to get through the heel flap and heel turn, and then we're good to go. Hello, I realized earlier today that I have not shown my progress on my folklore cardigan. It's funny because I started out this vlog, I think, pretty much working on the sleeve, and I have not. I've been working on it a lot, but I haven't shown my progress. So this is what I have for the first sleeve. It's been working up really fast. Granted, I've been working on it a lot this week because I did, I think, start it either on Sunday or Monday with the ribbing. So the fact that I got through almost the whole sleeve is amazing. Today is Saturday, so I'm kind of hoping I can finish this first sleeve by tomorrow, so I have it pretty much all done in a week. That would be amazing. I'm gonna be working on this right now. This was all of the progress that I got done yesterday. I got pretty much all of this done, almost all of it, while watching Sweet Home Alabama. So once I finish this sleeve, I will just have one more sleeve and then the front panel to do, which also the front panel, I feel like goes by really, really fast too. So I feel like even faster than the sleeve, just because you're not doing this whole front cable, and instead of the sleeve you're doing increases, with the front panels you're doing decreases. So that's really great. And then I did want to show you my progress on my socks. So I pretty much got almost the whole first foot done, the whole first sock done. I did put it on waist yarn because I'm making these for my sister, and I didn't want to make them too big, so I just put them on some waist yarn, and then when I see her next week, then I can put this on her and see how much more I need to go. And I did want to go ahead and start the second sock, so that's why this is on waist needle. And then I went ahead and did the whole cuff this morning. So right now the plan is I'm going to work on my folklore cardigan. I'm making some coffee right now, and I'm just going to sit and knit and just have a cozy little afternoon.